So just taking a moment just to come into your body and breath, to reset, to slow everything down. And to just breathe for a moment. So even the simple action of breathing can be compromised when we're rushing around, having busy days. We can forget to breathe enough. We can forget to breathe deeply and fully. And yet the moment we do that, we feel so much better, or at least I certainly do, and I'm sure most people do. Just slowing the breath down and deepening the breath and really breathing fully can really help everything soften, slow down, but also energize. So once we've got more oxygen in our bodies, we can also feel less tired, less heavy. So it's just a great little tool that you have at your fingertips at any time in the day, just to recharge, to reset, but also to tap into your conscious state, to remind yourself to just look a bit deeper into things, look at the bigger picture, take a step back from whatever you're dealing with. And the breath can help us do that as well. So with week 3, we are looking for a little bit more of a cardio experience, but really we're also looking for the beginning of that real flow. And for me, this fast week is really a chance to let go of the thinking mind. Because when you're moving quickly, you need to stay focused, you need to stay present. And you need to really listen to your body. Because it's moving at speed that we can sometimes injure ourselves when we're not listening to what's happening. So just really cultivate that awareness now, either starting at the tips of the toes and working your awareness slowly up through your body, or if you prefer, just pinpointing sensations throughout the body as you become just aware of how the body's feeling today. And then if you haven't already done so, really attending to your breath now, feeling that breath deep and long and full in the belly. Feel how good it feels to breathe deeply into the belly. And allowing the breath to start in the belly and to move through the ribs and chest. And then exhaling from the chest to the ribs and the belly. And again, starting in the belly, moving the breath slowly up to the top of the breath, and then slowly out and down. Take 2 more like that in your own time. And then when you're ready, just release that and allow the breath and the body and the mind just to be free for a moment. And then let's hug the knees into the chest and just rock a little from side to side. And just feel the ground at the lower back, right up through your spine. Just release your spine into the floor. And then we'll take our warm-up stretches nice and slow, but very deep as well. Taking the arms wide, let's drop the knees to the right. Turning the head to the left, feeling that twist right up through the spine. Squeezing the shoulder blade back down to the floor. And finding that breath. And then engaging the belly, bringing the knees up and over the other way. And then we'll grab the outsides of the feet and just hug the knees into the chest, softening into the hip socket for a moment. And then just allowing the lower back to press downwards towards the floor, lengthening the whole of the spine into the floor. Good, placing the feet down, crossing your right ankle over your left knee. Let's take our glute stretch. Pull the left knee in, squeeze the right knee away. Find your breath. And then we'll extend that right leg up to the ceiling. Breathe into the stretch into the back of the leg. Good, let's swap sides and cross the left ankle over the right knee. And pull that into the chest, feeling into the hip and glute. Steady breath. And then we'll extend that left leg up. Good, and then let's rock up to sitting and take that hamstring stretch again. And then really feeling the stretch right through the back, into the arms, shoulders. Steady breath. And then releasing, let's swing the legs round and take a few rounds of cat-cow at your own pace, mobilizing the spine, activating your core and your shoulders as you press into cat, but really focusing on that breath and movement. And then let's drop back into child's pose, stretching the hands out in front to lengthen through the arm lines. And then let's move it into dog and just pedal out the heels here in dog. And then lunge your right foot between your legs, drop the back knee, sink the hips down, and come to that hip flexor stretch. Nice deep lunge. Bring the hands to the knee if you feel supple enough to do so. Good, and then let's add a twist in with the option to grab the back foot and stretch out the quadricep if you wish. And then let's swap it out. Swap sides, other leg steps forwards. Nice low lunge. Hip flexor stretch, option to bring the hands up. And then adding in the stretch. And optional quadricep stretch. Good, let's step forwards with the back foot. And just begin to move towards an active stretch here, just a gentle active forward bend. Feeling the backs of the legs lengthening out. And then just hang passive for a moment, let gravity hold you here. And then let's roll up, suck the belly in as you come up, one vertebra at a time. Roll your shoulders back, interlace the hands, lift and open the heart. And then moving the other way. And then let's shake everything out. So as always with week 3, we'll take things a little more slowly the first time through, and then we'll just go through everything once at speed. We won't work too hard this month. I think there's a lot of bugs around at the moment. Everyone I speak to seems to be ill. It's rubbish. As you can hear, I've had it too in the last week. And my kids, as always, they have it, one has it, and you lose 2 nights, and then that one gets better, and then the second one, you lose 2 nights, and then, of course, you get it. And by then, they're fine and wanting to play and, get up early and, hey, mama, and you're like dead at that point. That's kind of how it always happens. It's just sod's law, isn't it? Right, let's come to the front of the mat and just reset your breath for a moment. Okay, one straight round of sun salutations to start. Inhaling, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg back, drop the knee. We'll take 3 pulses here. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, pulsing down. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, pulse. 1 more time. Get nice and deep into the lunge. Hold it there as you take an inhale. And exhale, hands down. Let's step to plank, and we're just going to hold plank for a moment as we check our alignment, check our core connection, tilting the pelvis slightly, sucking the belly in, pushing the heels out, lifting your knees. Breath. Good. Push forwards through the toes, knees, chest, hover chin. Let's release down to the floor. Inhale, a baby cobra up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, middle cobra lifts. Exhale, down. 1 more time. And just enjoy that stretch at the top before settling back into child's pose. Reset the breath there for a moment. Tucking the toes, moving to downward facing dog. Let's inhale, both heels lift. Exhale, heels down. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 1 more time. Good. And then option to lift the right leg into single-legged dog if that feels good for you. An option to flip your dog if you wish. Lifting and opening the heart. Finding that back bend. You don't need to go there. And then can we step all the way to low lunge from there? Right foot to the front of the mat. Back knee drops down. Good. And then we'll take our 3 pulses. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Good. Sink deep, hold it there, and breathe. And then hands coming down, we'll step forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Getting a bit deeper into the hamstrings this time. Option to grab the ankles or grab the big toes if you want, and get nice and deep. And then release, soften the knees and roll up through the spine. Inhaling up, hands to the heart. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg steps back, knee drops down. 3 pulses, inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, 1 more. Good, hands come straight down this time. Inhale, step to plank. Breathe there for a moment, find your core. And then knees, chest, chin. And release down. Let's just take a high cobra here. Rolling the shoulders back, feeling the stretch. And into child's pose. Good. Tucking the toes, downward facing dog. 3 pulses in dog. Inhale, rising up onto the toes. Exhale, squeeze the heels down. 2 more. Big, deep breaths. Find that connection to breath. And then option to lift the left leg into the air. Feel that lovely stretch into the hip. And option to flip dog. Take a moment to enjoy the back bend. And then can you step the left foot to the front of the mat from there? If not, drop your knees and step it through. Good. 3 pulses. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Big breath in. Exhale. 1 more time. Hands come down. Inhale, step it forwards. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Again, get deep into the hamstrings. Lengthening the backs of the legs away. And then release and roll up through the spine, inhaling the arms, lift up. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Good. So moving on to our sequence. As I said, we'll take it steady to begin, and then we'll flow at 1 breath per move. Let's inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping the right leg back, drop the heel, and lift the right arm. So you're in a same side stretch. Get nice and deep into the hips. Now, if you want to bring your elbow to your knee here, do so. Otherwise, keeping the fingertips or palm on the floor, bring the top arm overhead into full Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Couple of breaths here. And then coming up to warrior 2 as you inhale. Exhale, straighten the front knee. Bring the back foot in a little bit. Inhale, lift, cut into the hips and tip into triangle pose. Stacking the arms, rotating the right shoulder and hip back. Breath is steady. And then again, inhale, come up, and exhale, flip your triangle and get that side stretch. Good. Circle to the floor. and step to plank. Let's hold plank for a moment. And then option to put your 3 yogi push-ups here. So it's a tricep push-up, your index finger points forwards, the elbows bend backwards, option to put the knees on the floor for 3, for 2, and for 1. And then knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Take a moment to lift the heart, and then drop back into child's pose and reset. Good, let's tuck the toes under and move to down dog. Option to lift the right leg and flip your dog. Otherwise you can stay in down dog or single dog. And then if you wish to, let's move to side plank. So you can either step that right foot in front of the left foot or place it on top. Hold side plank for another breath. And then for the more advanced people, you're going to keep the right hand in the air and just step the right foot to the front of the mat. So keep the right hand lifted and just step forwards. If you're not doing that, just make your way to that pose with the right hand up, back, yeah, good. And breathe. So we're in our twisted runner's lunge. Good, keep the hips low, the breath steady. And then both hands come to the floor, step them forwards a little bit, and either hop the back foot in first or lift straight up into standing split. Take your head towards your knee, maybe walk your hands back a little. Option to grab the ankle. Find your balance. One more breath here. And then can you float straight to warrior 3 from there? More advanced people, bring the arms forwards. Start to bend your front knee. And everyone find warrior 1, tapping the back foot down. Great. Let's pulse there. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pulse lower. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Good, nice deep warrior 1. Let's take a breath there. And then we're going to release, as with the other pose, straighten the front knee and just bring the back foot in a little bit. Now, when we're doing 1 breath per move, you won't be able to adjust the feet. You might be able to very quickly do it, but if you can't, just take the poses longer, that's fine. Inhale, hands on the hips. Exhale, come halfway. Long spine, suck your belly in, reach the crown of the head forwards, and then release left hand to shin, ankle, or outside the foot, and lift the right arm up. You can either gaze down, or if you want to increase your twist, start to turn your head, and then rotate through the shoulders into the twist. Breath is steady. And then our final pose will be pyramid pose. So both hands can rest on your shin, on your foot, or on the floor as you fold over your front straight leg. Try and get that knee straight. Keep the belly lifting. And the breath is steady. Good. You're going to step forwards, but keep the feet hips width apart. And catch your big toes, turning the palms to face each other. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the sides, Padangusthasana, folding towards your legs. And then level 2 only, transfer the weight to the left leg and see if you can float the right leg up to the side. And then release, soften the knees and roll up. Inhale, arms up. Samasthiti. Take a deep breath, feet together. Left side, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Good. Stepping the left leg back, turn the heel down and lift the left arm up. Option to bring elbow to knee. Also stay on the fingertips if you prefer than the flat palm, and then bring the arm all the way over the ear into full side angle pose. Just straighten your elbow, Tina, a little bit more. Lovely. Good. Steady the breath. Couple more breaths here. Keep the hips low, the belly pulled in. And then with strong legs coming up to warrior two, before we adjust ourselves for triangle pose. So just bring the back foot in, straighten the front knee, cut the hips away, and tip. And then revolve the shoulders round. And then let's reverse our triangle, coming up and then back. Lovely. And then we'll bring both hands to the floor. And we'll step to plank, and we've got our 3 yogi-style push-ups. Knees up or down, your choice. Tricep press-ups. Good, Chris, lovely. And then on the 4th one, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Up into your back bend. And then take a child's pose. Moving to dog. And then option for left leg to lift and to flip dog. Lift and open the heart. And then option for side plank. Make sure that you don't collapse into your right shoulder. You keep lifting up through the right hip. Find the breath there. And then see if keeping the left hand up, you can step the left foot to the front of the mat. Or make your way to a twisted runner's lunge. So lift your back heel, Chris, yeah. So turn your back knee down and sink the hips. Good. And then into standing split, the hands come forward, the back leg lifts. And you can begin to walk your hands back, or take your head to the knee. Option to bind. Find your balance. And then slowly find warrior 3. Now maybe take the arms forwards as you bend your front leg to tap the back foot down. Coming up to warrior 1. Good. Inhale, take your pulse. Exhale, down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Hold warrior 1 for a couple of breaths, feeling the strength in the pose, the length in the body. And then we'll just release that, stepping the back foot in slightly, turning the hips and shoulders to me. Hands on the hips as you lift and lengthen. Come halfway. And then release the right hand to the shin, ankle, or outside the foot. Option to turn the head as you rotate your shoulders, left arm to ceiling. Find that twist as best you can. It's quite a difficult pose. And then let's release both hands to the leg or the floor and fold over your straight leg into your forward bend in pyramid pose. Good, let's step the feet hips width apart, catching the big toes. And exhale, fold, Padangusthasana. And then transferring the weight into the right leg. Option to float the left leg out to the side. And slowly release. Bend the knees and roll up through the spine. Inhale, the arms lift. Samasthiti. Reset your breath, your mind for a moment. And then shaking everything out. Good job. Excuse me. Still a bit snotty. Oh dear. Okay, so one breath per move. If it feels too fast, just take a break. Yeah, don't push yourself. Take a rest if you need one. We're only going to do it once. Sometimes I do this twice through just to really get the heart rate up, but I think once will be enough tonight. They're all nodding. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold. Right leg back, heel down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, arm overhead, Parsvakonasana. Inhale, up to warrior two, kneel, switch arms. Come up to warrior two. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, up. Exhale, flip. Inhale, hands to the floor. Exhale, plank. Inhale there. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, flip dog. Inhale, side plank. Exhale, step the right foot forwards. Inhale, twisted runner's lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, head to knee. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, bend the front knee. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Release the left hand down. Inhale, lift the right hand and twist. Exhale, hands to leg or floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step forwards, grab the toes. Exhale, fold. Inhale, float the right leg to the side. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll up to stand. Exhale. Left side, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Left leg back, heel down. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, arm over ear. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, lift. Ooh, exhale, triangle. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, plank. Inhale, hands to floor. Exhale, plank. Inhale there. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Option, exhale, flip dog. Inhale, side plank. Exhale, step the left foot forwards. Inhale, runner's lunge, twist. Exhale, hands to floor. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, head to knee. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, bend the front knee. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, lift the pyramid. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step forwards, grab the toes. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg floats up if you wish. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll up to stand. Samasthiti. Take a couple of breaths there. And release. Well done, everyone. That was quite easy, really, wasn't it? Bet your heart rate didn't even really get up this week, did it? Not too bad. You always had the wrong arm up. Every time I saw you, you and Zoe were like face to face. Oh, go on. Well done. Right, so got a bit too much time now, having only done it through once. That's all right. We can do lots of floor stuff. Let's bring the hands to the heart. Take a deep breath. Yeah, let's flow. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step to plank. I would like 3 more tricep push-ups here. Option for knees up or down. Let's go for 3, for 2, and 1. And then let's take child's pose, settling back, hips to heels. Stretch the arms out. And then we're going to do 2 rounds of chest press up to oblique side stretch. So we did this last week. Your hands are wider with the middle finger pointing forwards this time. And you're going to bend the elbows out to the side so it's a chest press up. So version 1 looks like that. Chest press up, roll to the sides of the feet and lift up. And again, the other side. Option 2 is to do it on your elbows without the push-up. So you just flip the feet and lift. Back to the forearm plank, other side. And option 3 is to be on the knees and to come to modified side plank, back to the knees, and then the other side. Okay, so we're going to do 4 on each side, have a break, and then another 4. So pick which level's appropriate, and let's go for 4. And lift. And 3. Lift. Lift. Good. Let's take a little child's pose there after your 4th one. And then let's take a second round. Of course, if at any time you need to just rest in child, please do so. Otherwise, 4 more, level 1, 2, or 3, your choice. And then back to child's pose. Good, we're going to come to lie on our belly. So you can either just come forwards or you can take cat through tunnel, skimming the mat with your chin until you're on your tummy. Extending the arms out in front. Let's bend the right knee, catching the right foot. And then kick your way into half bow. Don't lift, but kick. Level 2, left limbs lift. Come up as high as you can. Breathe 3, 2, 1. Let's release and take the cheek onto the backs of the hands. Wriggle out the hips. And then other side, catching the left foot, and then kick the left leg up. An option to lift the right side. 3, 2, and release. Let's stretch it back into child's pose. And breathe. Take it slightly wider knees this time, sinking down between your thighs, and really reach the arms forwards. And then either cat through tunnel or come to lie on your belly one more time. And you're either going to repeat that 3 breaths on each leg, or we'll take 5 to 6 breaths in full bow. So either just catching the right foot or catching both feet. Let's lift up. Switching sides. Let's release. Well done. Stretch back into hare pose. And then let's tuck the toes into downward facing dog, lifting the right leg up into the air. Let's swing it through for pigeon. And if that feels too much on your knee, you can always take supine pigeon. So if you're in pigeon, folding forwards and stretch into the hip and glute. And then we're going to move this pose into mermaid. So transfer the weight into the right buttock, bend the back leg, and start to pull in for the quadricep stretch. Good. And then let's come to mermaid on the other side. Sorry, pigeon on the other side. Or lie down and take the glute stretch. And then slowly make your way to mermaid by taking the weight onto the left butt, cheek, and grabbing the back foot. And gently release. Good, let's just swing the legs around and do a little bit of core strengthening work as we did last week. Option to keep the feet on the floor and just rock back, or to lift the legs and come to boat pose. Let's take 5 breaths here. Breathe steady. And then gently release, come up for a moment. And then we'll go back for a second round. So feet up or down, your choice. 5, 4, 3. Whoa, my boat's sinking. 2 and 1 coming up. Don't let your boat sink. And then final one. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time resting the forehead down and release the body. And then we're going to work the obliques. So same position. You're either going to hover or touch the elbow to the floor, feet up or down. We'll take 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up boat. 3, 2. Slowly lower. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And stretch the arms and legs away. And then let's just move to happy baby pose. And then either place the left foot flat on the floor or straighten the left leg out onto the floor and extend your right leg into a hamstring stretch. Try and get the right leg straight, even if you're not holding the foot or ankle. Maybe your hands are on your shin, but try and straighten the leg. Your shin or calf, I should say, really. If your leg is straight, slowly start to draw the foot towards the head. And then catching behind the calf, leading with the chest, not the head. Bringing the head and shoulders as high off the floor towards your calf as you can and point your left leg. Let's take 10 switches here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Finish holding the right leg, release the left leg. And then let's bend the right knee or catch the big toe and take it out to the side. Left arm extends away. Left buttock squeezes down to the floor as the right leg extends out. And then bring the leg up and over the other way, either holding the knee or the foot with the left hand and taking it into the twist. And then work on squeezing the right shoulder back to the floor, steadying the breath. Good. And then let's go back to happy baby pose and just let that yoga assimilate into the body. And then right foot to floor or leg extends out, left leg to ceiling, getting the knee straight as you hold the foot or behind the calf. And maybe start to draw the leg towards you. And then again, let's grab the back of the calf and get the chest as high towards the thigh as we can, picking up the right foot. And let's switch for 10. Stay high. 9, 8, 7. Come up higher. 6, 5, 4. I think I just doubled the count. 3. I think we only did half as many on the other side. Last one. Stay up, left leg, release right leg down and the head down. Good, and either catching the left toe or bending the knee and holding the knee. Take it out to the left for that lovely inner groin stretch. Squeezing the right buttock back to the floor if you can. Steady the breath. And then let's change hands and take it over into the twist. Trying to squeeze that left shoulder back down this time. And release, coming back to happy baby pose. And then hug the knees into the chest. Good, let's rock up to sitting. Straightening the legs out, we're going to take Janu Shasana A on both sides as a preparation for Baddha Konasana. So taking the sole of the right foot, I've done my right foot, so whichever foot. Inhale, lift and lengthen, turn slightly to the left leg, and then fold forwards, catching a hold of the left ankle or foot, and beginning to pull yourself both forwards and down. So you're thinking head to knee, but also crown of head to big toe, and get that movement forwards. Allow that right hip to completely relax as the knee gently releases to the floor. A few breaths here. And then lifting up, gently release, and let's change sides. And again, inhale, lift and lengthen. Slowly fold forwards, moving both down and forwards. And then gently coming up and release. So either just shake out the legs here, or you can take a little vinyasa if you want to just move the spine. Oh, it's definitely a tired week. It's just you and me, Tina. Normally everyone joins me. That's funny. I didn't want to do it either. I just thought I had to. Okay, next time I won't even give the option. All right, bring the feet together. We're going to take a nice, wide Baddha Konasana, so heels a little bit further away from the hips. And we'll just come down into a more passive variation for the first one. And then let's bring the heels in a little closer, or a lot closer if you've got that flexibility. And you can just work into your stretch. Pressing the elbows into the thighs can really help as you pull your chest towards your feet. And then lifting up and just releasing the legs out in front. So I think we should do that quad stretch that we did last time because it's so good and I feel like my quads need it. So if you want to join me, let's bring the mats to the wall. It's more the hip flexor needs it really, actually. Oof, a bit tight in there today. So if you remember, you're going to place your knee on the floor. You okay? You don't have to do it. Oh, I'm doing a hip flexor and quadricep stretch. So you're going to take your knee up against the wall and you're going to lunge the opposite leg forwards. Oh, can they still see me? Hi. Thank you. And then begin to sink down. So first one is hips to floor. You can bring your hands to your knee if you want to. I sort of am a bit unbalanced. I quite like lifting one arm up. And then just getting the hips as low as you can. Is it too much for your knee? Yeah. You could just take a lunge if that's manageable for your knee. And then the second one is to come up and try and get your shoulders on the wall. Very good. Well done. Yeah, look at you guys. Feel it. No? You're not feeling the stretch here? I'm feeling the stretch, but I can't get the shoulders. Oh, no, I meant can you feel it? And you were like, no. No, that's fine. You're a runner, and so's Chris. You're going to feel tightness in these areas. Good. No, other side. And don't be surprised if one side is completely rubbish in comparison to the other, because we've all got misaligned pelvises, I'm afraid to say. So start with the hip flexor stretch, sinking the hips down to the floor. Really? From when we did it? Oh, that's funny. After I made you do it at home? Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. It's a good stretch. I don't do it very often anymore, but I really should. I really should because it hurts a lot. Particularly this hip flexor. Oh my goodness me. Okay, and then take the quadricep stretch. Very good. Oh, it feels so good after though. Don't you think? Am I alone? Is it just me? The other one I want to do here, which is related to these. You all right? I have to kind of click my hips after that. So we've really kind of lengthened these guys. And then I think related to that is these guys. I always think this needs to be done side by side. So if that is too much of a stretch for you, you can do something similar, more upright, um, or you can try and get down into it. If you can keep your heel on the floor, Annabelle, that means you need to take the foot out a little bit wider. Can you see my foot is flat? Yeah, it's just a bit better on your knee that. If you're kind of up on your toes, it can be a bit too much. But make sure that the majority of your weight is in your hands, guys, if you're down, down, down in a deep stretch. And you're stretching the straight leg inner groin. You might be going, I'm stretching everything. But we're aiming for the straight leg inner groin. Pretty tight as well, isn't it? Yeah. And then over to the other side. So actually what we're doing is the side splits and the front splits. That's what you've just done, but without as much pain and crazy behavior. But it's the same muscles as the side splits and the front splits. Oh, so good, yeah? No? Yeah, no? Is someone crying? Can I hear someone crying? I love that kind of thing. No, no, maybe it's an acquired taste. Okay, let's come back. What it's really good for, which I did last time, is for back bends. Because once your hip flexors are open, your back bends will be easier. So let's finish with that. Lying down on your mats. When you lift up into bridge pose, you should feel a freedom now in the hip flexors, which will allow you to push the hips up a bit higher. And of course, if you're going up into full wheel, you really notice the freedom in the hips after a good hip stretch. So take about 3 to 5 breaths in bridge or wheel, enjoying your new hips that I've given you. And coming down, just take a few breaths to recover, and then we'll go up for one more. And after your second round, let's just come up to sitting and take a forward bend. It should feel really good because it's the opposite of everything we've been doing. Now, if you've had enough, I recommend 6 minutes of Shavasana. If you feel like you're still a bit tight up here, around here, I always like to take shoulder stand and fish just because I suffer with a lot of tightness up here. So either a nice long Shavasana or up to modified or full shoulder stand to open into the upper back muscles. Neck and shoulder muscles, really. And then taking the legs over into plow pose. And then knees to forehead or ears. And then let's roll all the way down and come up to fish posture. And then gently release that and hug the knees into the chest. And if you need extra layers, just pop them on now. Otherwise, make your way into a spinal twist, dropping both knees to the right, finishing with a twist into the spine. A few breaths on each side. And then, if you've done both sides, you can make your way to Shavasana. And we've been working with our circular meditation again this month. Which is to completely soften into your breath. Just allow the breath a moment to just find its natural rhythm. And then, as you begin to tune into your body's natural breath, follow your consciousness as it moves up your back, comes through the third eye and exhales down the front of the body to the perineum. You inhale it up the spine, through the third eye, and exhale down the front of the body to the perineum. And you just circle the breath, following with your awareness. And then at the end of the next round of circular breathing, just release the exercise. Allow the body and the mind as much space as it wants. And then when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and toes and stretch your arms up over your head. Take that deep breath in and that big exhale out. And again, big inhale, fill up with breath, and full exhale. And when you're ready, in your own time, hugging your knees and making your way up to sitting. Let's bring the hands to the heart. Find a moment of gratitude in our hearts for all that we have, all that we can do, and all that life offers us each day. And we acknowledge the light that shines within us. Om Shanti Namaste. And thank you all very much for coming. Thank you, thank you. It's a bit of a weird class tonight, but well done. We got there.